Before I actually get started with this breakdown slash triple P video, I have to give a shout out to Blacklight Revelations 2 because I actually saw some of this on his channel and I had said, Rob, can you send this to me? Because I want to speak about this. And here we are. So in case y'all don't know who this is Ra Garvey. He's a YouTuber. He's connected to just Pearly things. I'm sure many of y'all have been hearing and seeing a whole bunch of stuff surrounding that whole saga going on for the longest time right here. At least for the last couple of weeks, maybe last 3 weeks at this point. But he made this video back, well, he posted it in May of 2021. So the video is about a couple years old. And I want y'all to peep what it says right there on the screen. It says, I'm sick of the black community. I can only assume who he's talking about in the black community, considering he's black himself, but he is over there in London. He's a non-FBA individual and he has this title, I'm sick of the black community. So usually with my breakdowns, I do the stop. I usually let it play all the way through and then I go back and stop and play it, you know, everywhere in between. But since this is also a triple P and you're going to find out why this is a triple P at the end, I'm going to do the stop and go thing. So let's go ahead and get started with this.
Every culture on this planet has an underworld. Every culture. Chinese, Japanese, European, African, name it. Everyone's got an underworld. Do you know what black people's problem is? Our underworld has become the norm.
Now you gotta wonder, who was he talking about in specific when he said, when it comes to black people, our underworld has become the normal? Now peep that he mentioned other specific places and regions and groups before he got to the black people part. He said Asian, I think, you know, Chinese, I forget exactly what he said. And he said African. I know I heard African in there. And then he said, you know what the problem is with black people? Our underworld has become the normal. So is he trying to say that black people, as in foundation of black Americans, are you trying to say we are the underworld? Because I need more specifics. Hopefully I get that as this video continues.
Our underworld has become the standard of who we are. So all the fucking idiots, all the dirty, nasty, sensationalist underbelly of who people are has risen to the surface when it comes to black people, and we now see that as a norm.
I want you to also peep, besides the fact that he was cussing right there, look at how his face looked. He looked like he was in utter disgust. I'm telling you, there's a reason why this is a triple P video and not just a regular breakdown.
So of course, go and show your fucking pussy, yeah, on the internet. Go and show your ass on the internet. Yeah, talk about how good you are of a drug dealer you are. Go on.
Is that what he thinks of black people as a collective? Keep in mind, the title of his video is called I'm Sick of the Black Community, which means he's talking about the collective. Not once in here did he say some. And we are 48 seconds in.
Just sensationalize drug dealing and do all of that shit and be like, oh yeah, that's how we are. That's not who we are. That is not who we are. I'm getting very fucking tired.
You want to know what's also so crazy? I didn't even mean to stop it right here, but I find it very interesting that a lot of black people who are in the diaspora, who live across the pond in particular, they get their cues of how black people in America act based on maybe something they've seen in the media or in a movie or in the music or somewhere along those lines, instead of actually having a conversation with us. Granted, we have some dredges of society, but what community doesn't? I'm sure it's some over there where he lives, but they love to make this blanket statement across us in particular.
Oh, black people acting like dickheads, acting as if the norm of us, as if the underbelly, as if the underworld of who we are is the upper echelon of who we are. Do you know how much we got to fight just to get seen as normal? And for other people to not think of us as drug dealers or as trappers.
Well, here's the thing, Sarah. I hate to break it to you and bust your bubble, but they've already had that preconceived notion of us. There was a time in America where what you're saying right here, these blanket statements that you're making, was not seen as the quote unquote norm. there was times when black people were always on one accord for the most part. And even then, if you knew history, especially Black American history, they still hated us. They probably hated us even more. After all, when a lot of the towns got destroyed, because I'm doing a whole series on my channel right now that breaks this down, what he's mentioning right here, what he's talking about, was nowhere to be seen, but that didn't stop them from destroying those towns. It didn't stop them from slaughtering black people. It didn't stop them from stealing their resources and claiming it as their own. See, this is a person who doesn't know our history, but they see one or two things about us and they already make a blanket statement. They've already, just like how PC has their preconceived notion of us, that's how he has a preconceived notion of us before he even made this video. The fact that he titled it that lets you know how he thought of us before he said one word.
Or as people who know how to twerk and all this kind of shit. All we do, when I scroll through all the socials, the things that are getting the most hits, the things that are getting the most likes, the things that are getting the most views, is sensationalist bullshit. It's the underbelly of society being shown as the upper echelon of who we are. We're better than this, man. We are so much better than this, and it is pissing me off watching black people become the most dumbass nation, the most dumbass people on this planet. And
I need to know exactly which black people he's talking about, because I highly doubt that he's talking about the ones in his realm, in his sphere. But I'm kind of being redundant here. I know who he's talking about. We know who he's talking about.
People just expect that as the norm. Like I'm a student of history, and we come from civilizations that mapped out star systems. We come from civilizations that built pyramids. We come from civilizations that had mathematics and had all of these things. And now all of a sudden, we reduced ourselves.
And that's pretty much the end of the video. But I'm gonna tell you right now the reason why this is a Triple P video and not just a standard regular breakdown video. In case y'all are unaware, Ra Garvey, like I said in the beginning, was working with Just Pearly Things. I'm not gonna go into a whole diatribe about who she is. By this point, many of you already are familiar and know who she is, but many of you don't know who he is. But he was working with her, and all of this stuff just kind of started to unravel in the last couple of weeks. Now pay attention how he put in this bar right here, this title said, "I'm sick of the black community." Well, with all the stuff that has unraveled about Just Pearly Things and him, I wonder why he hasn't made a video and put a black bar right there and it says, "I'm sick of Just Pearly Things." Because his tone with how he talked to us, because we know he was talking at us or down to us, or punching down on us, because that's the easy thing for a lot of people to do, whether they are in the diaspora or not. He's not going to do and meet this energy with the same energy he should have for her. And what she's doing to him is way worse. What she's doing to him is actually affecting him personally on a financial level. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe she's issued out some copyright strikes to him on his channel that she knows a lot. She knows very well, to the point where he almost lost his channel. And then he got on and started making these sob stories and everything like that. And a lot of people was like, trying to like have his back and whatnot. Even Phil over at the, I want to call it the Advice Show, but he doesn't call it the Advice. I'm just say Phil. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Was willing to help her out. And some other black YouTuber, the name escapes me, was trying to help him out as well. But see, this man has so many butter biscuits in his cheeks that he's starting to look like a beaver, like a butter biscuit eating beaver. Because he tries to get back in the good graces of this woman. Now, apparently he has, quote unquote, separated himself from her, but we aren't the ones that was trying to take you down. She was. Even leading up to this, she was still trying to take you down. But you want to put out this video. Now, mind you, this video is from 2021, and what's happening with him right now in the last couple of weeks is happening because of her, a PC woman who done made her bones by slithering her way like a serpent, and some in a way allowing her to they just open up the cage door and let her in and just pretty much have her way and have at it. And now it's done ballooned and spiraled out of control. Do I want to see what's going on happen to him? No. Should it? No. But however, a wake-up call is a wake-up call. And that's exactly what he's getting right now. So if anybody was to ask me how I feel about this whole Ra Garvey situation, after watching this, y'all already know how I feel. And that's not a damn thing. What do they say? You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. It wasn't one black person that was trying to sabotage you. It wasn't one black person that was trying to cut off your finances, or it wasn't one black person that was trying to give you bad deals. All of that came from her. But you want to post this. I'm still waiting to see if he's going to make a video called "I'm sick of Pearl." I told myself I was not going to encapsulate myself into this situation, but it's certain things that people do and say on her behalf that just rubs me the wrong way, which is why y'all got that live stream about Angry Man with me and Rob a couple weeks ago. And something tells me if more stuff pops up like this, it's going to continue, because a lot of stuff is starting to spill out. But all I'm saying is this: you need to be very careful of what you say and what you put out there, because your words can come back and bite you in the ass. And that's exactly what's happening to him right now. I feel absolutely nothing for whatever it is he's going through right now with her. He better take it up with God and leave me and the rest of us the hell out of it.